Hello everyone and welcome to the RNG University. On tonight's episode of Friday Night Explorer, explore Greasefang. So I got a bunch of Kamigawa cards and I feel like this is probably one of the best fun, or not the best, but the most fun combo that you can get off in with Kamigawa cards in Explore, and that is Greasefang Okiba boss. So what he does is that he can return a vehicle onto the battlefield from the graveyard every turn, give the haste, and then return it to the owner's hand at the end of the turn. So basically we put a bunch of vehicles in our graveyard, bring it back with Okiba, crew it with Okiba, and then, you know, win that way. Or Greasefang. Some people call it Greasefang. It's a pretty popular deck in even in Pioneer, I believe, but in Explorer, the combo's already there, so I wanted to try it out. I don't have all of the cards, but I've kind of finagled my way a little bit into the deck by kind of putting some cards in and taking some of the cards I don't have out. So in the early game, we have a lot of hand disruption. I have 4 Duress and 1 Divest. Now the reason why I have a Divest in this deck is the reason why the original deck has 4 Thoughtseizes. Thoughtseizes makes target opponent, or actually target player, reveal their hand, and then you decide for them to discard a card and you lose 2 life, right? But the problem with having Duress instead of that is that it only targets opponents now. So it is good hand disruption, but Thoughtseizes can actually target your own hand and discard your own artifacts, the vehicles, for you to then crew with Greasefang. So I added 1 Divest just to see how well that kind of play works out, where this is target player, right? And then I can choose an artifact or creature card from it. I can choose my own vehicle to discard if I need to do that. I don't think it's that good, so I'm trying 1 off, and I had 1 extra room in the deck. Then in the 2-drop, we have a lot of you know, just basically mill or discard effect. We have 4 Raffine Informant, like a knife, which is a discard effect. We have Satyr Wayfinder, which is the, you know, basically getting a land from the top 4 of our deck, but then we mill the rest. So any of these vehicles gets milled. We have Can't Stay Away, which is fantastic for this deck, so much so that I had to go craft for this deck because I only had, I think, 2 or 3. So this card returns a creature with mana value 3 or less from the graveyard to the battlefield. And guess what? If we happen to mill the Greasefang, it'll come back. And it has flashback, which means that if we mill Can't Stay Away, we can cast it from the graveyard. All in all, great synergy. And then we have Grisly Salvage, reveal the top 5, put a creature or land into our hand, and then the rest into the graveyard. Same effect as Satyr Wayfinder, except it's not a creature, but it's 5 instead of 4. And we can take creature, so we can take Greasefang too. And then we have 1 Witherbloom Command. Now, the original deck that I looked at had, I think, 2 or 3. And if I had more than 1, I would have run more than 1. But I only have 1, because I wasn't playing as much in the Strixhaven days. So this card is mill. It can destroy, it can drain, it can -3/-1 to kill an elf if you need it. So all that is kind of a good package. And I wish I had more, but I don't. And I don't want to craft anymore because I ran out of wild cards. Alright, and then in the 3-drop, we have 4 Liliana, of course, discard synergy, removal against opponent's creatures, and if we can have her stick for enough turns, we can ult, which might happen. And then we have Greasefang, of course, the card that I talked about already. We need 4 of, because that's the heart of the deck. 4 Esika's Chariot. This is a very good vehicle to crew because it creates cats, and then it can copy tokens, which can copy more cats. We have Skysovereign, Consul Flagship. I've never played this card before, so it's very new to me. It's from Kaladesh, back when, you know, nobody was playing. It's a crew 3, 6/5 flyer, and whenever it enters the battlefield or attacks, it deals 3 damage to something, target creature or planeswalker opponent controls. Alright, and then of course, the coup de grace of the deck, the one that we actually want to return the most, is the Parhelion. It's an 8-drop, but we never want to cast it, right? We wanted to be able to, you know, basically get it from the graveyard. It's flying First Strike Vigilance. It only crews 4, so it's perfect for the big Okiba boss. And what it does is, whenever it attacks, I create 4/4 White Angel token with flying and vigilance. And guess what? We can then copy it with Chariot. So that's kind of the heart of the combo in the deck. Obviously, it sounds way too good to be true, but there's a lot of disruptions when you're playing against an actual opponent on AI, so we're gonna have to try this deck out and see how well it works. The deck is actually very low to the ground, even though it has all these high drop in vehicles. We only have 21 lands, right? If you look at the land base, only 21 lands. It's low to the ground because, you know, just 1 and 2 drops, at most 3 drops that we want to cast. Everything else is just discard. And we have a lot of land sort of search in Satyr and Grisly Salvage. They're all look at the top 4, look at the top 5, get a land into hand, right? So they could help us get lands out faster. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a lot of the lands that you do want to have in the deck because, you know what? I wasn't playing back in Kaladesh days, and I don't have the fast lands for the colors that I want to have. So instead, I put in these combos. So I have 1 Swamp, 1 Takenuma, 1 Boseiju. So those are our, you know, single color lands. And then I have 2 Pathway, but white-black Pathway. So Bright Climbed or Grim Climb. I'm not going to read all the pathway names. We have 2 Cave of Koilos because I don't have the fast lands that's white and black. And then I have 2 Shattered Sanctum because I don't have the shock lands. Of course, I would love to have shock lands, but I'm not going to go craft them. I have 2, the Dark Boar, the black-green pathway, and then 2 Deathcap Blade, which I don't have the fast lands for black-green, and then Landlord Waste, which I don't have, again, the shock lands for black-green. And then finally we have the white-green, or green-white pathway, the green-white slow land, the overgrown farmland, right? But I only have 1 because I actually have a Temple Garden. And then I actually have the fast lands, Razor Verge Thicket. So I can get these lands out faster. In the later stage of the game, we don't really need the lands to come into play untapped. It's really just the early game that we really want the lands to come into play untapped. Even if we have to pay life for it, it's probably necessary, right? So that's how the deck works. I want to try it out. Obviously, it's not the tip-top shape of the deck because it has a lot of alternatives in order for me to play it in Arena without having to craft a million cards. So, wait, that's standard. Nope. Nope. I don't know what just happened. So, let's see. We're going to go ranked. We want to go explore. There we go. Alright. Let's try it out. Completing quests is the best way to earn gold, mastery pass XP, and mastery orbs. I wish the mastery orbs are more than just cosmetics. Or that they give us, you know, at least 1 orb every level, so there's more cosmetics we unlock. Ready. Cypher 1992. Ooh. This guy's been playing since 1992. I've been playing that long. Alright, we got green, white. That is no fun. We have a land though, so I'm going to keep. Can't Duress them early game, unfortunately. But we'll drop the farmland first because it's tap land, and this comes to play untapped. And this might confuse our opponent as to what we are. Just don't play blue. I don't know if blue scares me as much. Well, it should. So anyways, let's try to get a land. There's a land. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, so he has to do something or he's gonna get wrecked by my Okiba bank boss. I have 3 somehow. He's probably gonna counter it, right? The Parhelion? Yeah, but I don't want to waste my whole turn duressing him, so maybe I'll just do it. I have 4. I mean, I have 3 anyways. Yep. Every turn he has to hold up mana, or this is going to get him. Unfortunately, though, I'm kind of stuck not playing a land this turn if I do it that way, so I'm just going to Grisly Salvage. If that's the case, shouldn't I attack first? No, if I attack first, he will know that I won't be playing a bank boss. Oh, no lands. Okay, so guess I'll get another one of these. No land drop this turn, and none of these are black, so I can't Duress. That's unfortunate. Like I said, don't play blue, right? Ooh, command. Okay. That's not good for us. Now he has more things. Is he just gonna hold up his mana? He is just gonna hold up his mana. Well, if he's gonna do that... I'll duress him. Huh, okay. Fable, Indomitable Creativity, and then 2 Torrential Gearhawk. So, do I want him to let him have a Fable out? Yes, I don't want that creativity on my face. So, Greasefang into Parhelion. Alright, now what? Do I have another? Oh, I have a Skysovereign. So yeah, I'm good. Now what? We got 6 mana and I have a lot on board. Oh, this is beautiful. Den of the Bugbear. I wonder if that's a wrong inclusion in that deck. I guess he's making tokens with it. What can he cast? Magma Opus? He's gonna tap these 2 and deal 4 to the Gearhawk. Okay. Yeah, we were 1 turn too slow, or this would have been a much better game. So we could swing for 6, deal 3 damage, which won't do anything, right? It won't do anything if we deal 3 damage. But he has tapped out, which makes me want to play the Greasefang and the Satyr. Do I can bring back the Esika's Chariot, so let me do this first. Maybe I can put another Parhelion in the graveyard. Ooh, I do. GG! Ah! Parhelion's crazy good. Alright, so we were kind of land screwed, but we still got the win because that deck is good. This combo is very strong. But I had to go craft the Parhelions, and I think I spent like 4 or 5 rare wildcards, which is not fun to do because rare wildcards are hard to get in the set, in the game. Now we're playing against Northmore Us. I don't know what that name actually stands for, but you know what? This is a horrendous hand. We got 2 lands. We have things that we want, but we have no search, so I gotta do that. Alright, we'll keep 6. We'll put back a Skysovereign. We only have 1, but it's not really that useful in our hand. So, Overgrown Farmland first, because it's a tap land. Next turn, we can go the dark side of the moon. Ooh. Uh-oh. Mono red. Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs. Alright, I guess we'll get a land. Do I want to land or do I want Raffine's Informant? I do want to land, to be fair. Guess I'll get this land. Robber of the Rich! Huh. I did put a Esika's Chariot in the graveyard, so guess what? Esika's Chariot is coming out. Do I want to crew my Greasefang though? Or do I want to crew the cats? With the cats? No, I got 1 blockers. Copy cat. Alright. Now I have 3 blockers out. What are you gonna do? And I also have a Esika's Chariot that I could play next turn. Our opponent doesn't know about this, but this is Liliana, Greasefang. Oh boy. He needs to kill the Greasefang this turn. And if he does, I'll Chariot. Mono red does not stand a chance. It's got 3 mana. What is he gonna do? Burn? Yeah, 1 burn, okay. Now what? I can block. Really?
Those who get in my way tend to regret it. We all have things we'd rather.
No, I want to attack. GG. Ha. This was, what is it? 4 plus 4, 4 plus 4 plus 5. That's 13 damage. Oh, this deck is crazy good. But it did require us a mulligan, so if we didn't mulligan that hand, we probably would have lost. Your opponent can be any kind of person from any kind of background. Well, not the poor kind. Not in arena anyways. I wonder how much money you have to spend just to make like a mono red burn deck. Even that, it's so many rares in those kind of decks. And the rare lands. RNGesus. Alright, it's my arch nemesis apparently. So, we can... Opponent goes first. I will keep. This is a much better hand than all the other hands I had before. So, I want to duress him first. See what he has. Nothing. Just aggro. Okay. Well, Thalia's coming out, so all of my other cards are kind of worthless now. Yep. This is why Thoughtseize is better than Duress, right? If there was a Thoughtseize there, this turn would have been better. I'm not sure if I want to play this on green. I guess I do. What am I doing next turn? Witherbloom Command or Liliana? What can my command do? Honestly, let's see. I can mill 3 cards and return a land, destroy non-creature, non-land permanent, -3, -1. How many of these cards are? How many of these are useful effects? I guess either that or play a Greasefang and just have it not do anything. I can use it to block, but that is my only win con. If it dies, it dies. I can remove the Thalia. Right, I can remove the Thalia and then gain 2 life. I have so many things on board. Alright, go big or go home. Oh, target player. I'm gonna mill 3 cards. Target creature. I did get a Parhelion in the graveyard, so let's see what our opponent does. Maybe he'll play another Thalia. Mutable. Oh, is that lethal? I think that's lethal. GG. Opponent went first. Right, that's... Okay, also, he had, oh, I had no Thoughtseize, I had a Duress. So, does tell you that if you lower the level of your deck slightly, you lose more games in that kind of situation. That game we would not have lost if we had a Thoughtseize instead of a Duress. Because we would have taken their Thalia, which means that our turn 2 would have been the Witherbloom Command, which means that turn 3 would have been, you know, Greasefang with Parhelion. And that would have, we would have won that game then. Unfortunate, I don't want to go craft Thoughtseize. That's unfair. It's only going to go into this deck. They should just reprint Thoughtseize. Not that good of a card, come on. Reprint it. Put it in Marcher Machines. They like to seize people's mind. Random the 3rd. Alright, we're gonna go first. Should we drop Cave of Koilos? Are we going first? Huh. That's interesting. So I can Duress him. I'm not gonna Grisly Salvage turn 2, right? So I'll just Duress him first. What kind of deck is this? Ooh, Geist, Curious Obsession. I don't want him to do that. There's 2 counter spells. Ascendant Spirits. And then all the tap lands coming. So now he's just gonna counter all my spells. Cost 1 less to cast and counter unless I pay 3. So I don't know if he's gonna counter this. This is a double-sided land. This is better. He's gonna grow his spirit. I don't like playing against blue. Combo decks pale in comparison against blue because they can do whatever they want. And they have an obsession still. Alright, that's it. The GG. I cannot get under the Geist spell snare thing. I'm just gonna quit. Yeah, did we go first or did our opponent go first? I don't remember. I think we went first. Honestly, it didn't matter because they had too many counter spells. Okay, I think that game I should have just started landing threats, right? Get them counter so that our opponent can't do anything with his little 1/1 spirit. If he wants to boost his spirit, then that means I can't counter my spells. I guess, but that's... I don't know. That's kind of iffy. Alright, so we have Grisly Salvage, which we can't cast. And then we have Command, which we can't cast. So let's not do that. We'll put back a Greasefang of 2. Another stupid control decks. That is just not fun. What color is this? What is all color control? What's going on here? Alright, so I want to play my Satyr, right? So I want to cast this on the white side. Yes. Take the damage. Oh no, that's not good. I was hoping to put something in the graveyard there. Should have played the Raffine Informant that way then. I should have played the Raffine Informant. Alright, that was a bad play. Live and learn. That was definitely better to play the Raffine Informant. I could have gotten the Parhelion out next turn. But now, you see, I can't. Actually, I have nothing in the graveyard. So now I just look dumb. Well, let's Informant first. Put it on the black side. Every basic land type, so it's a domain deck. See, if I had tossed the Parhelion with the Raffine Informant, would have won already. There would have been 13 damage last turn instead of 1. Hey, you know what? You lose some, you win some, you lose some, because you gotta learn how to play the game. Oh, our opponent just didn't play anything. He's holding up a counterspell, probably. Does that mean it's a wrong time to play it? There's no wrong time to play the Greasefang. If he wants to counter it, he can counter it. He's probably gonna exile it. Leyline Binding. Now we can just pop it, right? No. A non-land, non-creature spell, or permanent mana value 2 or less. So cannot pop it. Well, at least he's only playing off I was gonna say he's only playing off 2 lands, but immediately draws a 3rd land. Another top deck. Does he have another Leyline Binding? I swear to God. He does! What do you know? I'm starting to think I should have Disenchantment in the deck. Fable of the Mirror Breaker. And a land. And we top deck Parhelion. That does not bode well. As soon as they tap out, we don't top deck the card that we want. So, I guess we'll Grisly Salvage, right? Can this kill? No, it cannot. So I'll Grisly Salvage. I was hoping to get a Greasefang in the graveyard. It's just a land. Where is this going? Our opponent is really lucky on getting the Leyline Bindings in time. I mean, I know that's the combo, but in a deck with 80 cards, to get both Leyline Binding and the card that give him all color, yeah, it's uncool. I don't even know what I can do now. Can't stay away. It only works if it's in a graveyard. Didn't think it was just gonna exile it. We can't bring him down to 2 and he'll die from the Witherbloom Command. I was afraid of playing Esika Chariot last turn because I thought our opponent would just field clean. Board wipe, whatever you called it. Instead they'll rope. Another presence just to draw a card? I wonder if he'll attack just to get a treasure. It's not necessarily wrong, but I don't... If I was him, I'd be scared. It's a lot of triumphs. Oh, there's the attack. He's got 3 mana with the treasure token, so I gotta be a little bit careful. I've got a land. So, I guess I have to mill first, right? Mill. Okay, which one am I going first? Which one is this? Is this the mill or the... I'll target opponent. Okay, yeah, that's fine. See if he stops the Witherbloom Command. If he does, I'll have Chariot out. White or black? I mean, the Chariots can't attack anyways. So let me go for damage. He's at 2. Omen of the Sea. Scry 2, draw a card. I mean, I would say I didn't draw my Greasefangs, the other 2, but I did draw 2 of them. They just got removed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't even know if I can do anything with this 6 mana. I guess if he kills the Raffine Informant, I can bring him back. Sacrifice a creature. Enters the battlefield under your control, return... Oh, okay. You want me to sack a creature? Resolve. You're just giving me chances to draw more cards. Huh. Well, I don't need this Parhelion. He has 1 mana, right? Oh, 2 mana. Okay, what can he do with 2 mana? Guess we'll find out. Another Leyline Binding. On the Esika Chariot. Well, he has a double block. Just to stay alive. Okay, no, we'll put a tap land, because none of these cards are useful. Actually, if he just plays Urian, I die, right? I don't die. I need to top that Greasefang to not die. No, if he plays a Urian and flickers a Leyline Binding, wouldn't that give me cats? Otherwise, he has to take out the Greasefang anyways. Actually, no, he gives me 2 Greasefang, I can bring him 1 back. Okay, he's not doing that. He's just making me sack a creature. That's pretty good. Draw 2 cards. Lots of Leyline Binding with your 80 card deck. Totally fair. Hey, he drew 3. I drew 2. He has 20 more cards than I do. And I top deck a land. Okay, so land means the Informant cannot get anything done here. Alright, I'm gonna quit. This is dumb. We have 21 lands. We drew more lands than our opponent. In an 80 card deck. It's not fair. It's just not fair. It is Friday Night Explorer, so I'm gonna explore this option a little bit more. Draggy. Please don't drag me. We're gonna go first. We got Divest and Duress and Grisly Salvage and Can Stay Away. Okay, we can play all of that. So I'm gonna Deathcap Blade first. Elves. It's gotta be elves. So do I want white or I want black? I want black. And I will Grisly Salvage. Let me take a Greasefang, maybe? I don't even have things in the graveyard though. Right? Do I take a Satyr? Do I take a land? They're all good cards, honestly. But I don't have any more draws, so I won't take a land. Alright, I'll take a Satyr to draw more. Hopefully I'll draw a land. Wow, Tyvar.
I have arrived. Hold your
Uh-oh. I was gonna say, it's gonna turn bad soon. Very quickly. What? Where's all my... Jeez. Should I Duress him or should I... The thing is, if I divest him, I cannot Duress myself next... Or, I cannot divest myself next turn. But, it's an elf deck. Let's look at all the creatures he has. Oh, look at this. Sack 2 creatures. Yeah, I don't want him to have that. None of that. Actually, I don't think it matters, so we'll just bring it back with this. This is just annoying. I didn't get a single... what's it called? Vehicle. Where are my vehicles?
Never give up. We can win.
Well, you probably are gonna win. What is he gonna play with 3 mana? I guess you can play one of these. Woe Striders. Three Liliana. No vehicles. Liliana doesn't even do anything right now. Oh, I don't even have white. Okay, you know what? Bye. How did I not have white? This is white. I should have played it on white. No, if I played it on white, we would not have been able to cast the Grisly Salvage. Savage. That game was savage. Well, also, you do realize by looking at the games that a lot of the times the land base hurts. And playing Magic, land base is always the worst thing. You gotta make sure you have the proper land base, but they always cost so much more money. None of the cards in the deck cost as much as the lands of the deck. Oh, okay, Arena doesn't even want me to play anymore. Express yourself to your opponent? No. Just no. I mean, I do, but I can't if I don't get an opponent. No one plays Explorer anymore, apparently. Everyone just plays Spikes. What the heck? Finally, we're playing against Hero. We get to go first a lot, which does tell us about this deck. We have card draw, card draw, card draw, and a Duress. So, it might be good. Try Duress him first. Duress into... Okay, black into green into white-green. That'll give me all the colors. Duress is useless on myself. I have to use it on my opponent. Oh look, Thoughtseize, Despair. That's fine. You can Thoughtseize me. None of my cards are that useful. Well, not single cards that useful, and he cannot take lands, so... Grisly Salvage. So it was black and then green, right? Yeah. Ooh, okay. I guess I'll take another land. Does he want to Thoughtseize me again? Thoughtseize number 2. Probably my command. Now it's all about top decks. I did filter a lot of lands out, but you know my luck. 1 land, 2 land, 3 land, 4 land, 5 lands. Alright, we have 1/3 of the deck is land. Let's see, we drew 1... Well, what is this turn? Turn 3, so we drew 10 cards. Of 10 cards, we drew 5 lands. And then we drew another land. We just need 1 Greasefang. Seriously. Actually, no. Even... that's a land. Look at that. Even with the Greasefang, it will not help us right now because... it'll just die. We'll play it die. We'll play it again, it'll die again. So... Shieldred the Apocalypse. Well, you know that's not a land, but might as well be a land, right? Esika's Chariot. Ha! Good luck. Let's see how good of a player he is. Yeah, I was gonna say, if he makes me discard the Parhelion, I'm gonna laugh. Mono black in... This is actually kind of funny. Okay, So if I just use the token Numa, which costs 1, 2, wait, this is a legendary creature, right? So if I crew, this will cost, I mill 3. This will cost 3, and I would be able to Can't Stay Away something back. How good is that? Not that good. He has 5 mana open, so he probably has a removal. So if I Can't Stay Away back something, assuming I have it, it's kind of completely pointless. Wow, he hurt himself like hell. Oh, from the Thoughtseizes. 3 Thoughtseizes. And Sign in Blood. And Hive. Watch, I'm gonna mill 3 lands. Basically 3 lands. Finally. I feel like the Hive would just get it, right? If I attack. How many Parhelion do I have? I have. He has a lot of cards in hand. I feel like the Greasefang will die if I don't have enough mana. So let's play an Informant first. We're gonna take some more damage. Yeah, I get it. Is he gonna draw another card and lose 4 life, or only lose 2? Yeah, it's either we don't draw any of our vehicle, or we don't draw the Greasefang, or we don't draw lands. That is frustrating. But hey, if he attacks with Hive, at the very least, exiles 1 card, right? Yeah, exiles 1 card, but at the very least, he will tap himself out pretty heavily. Oh, he's gonna invoke me? Wait, why did I crew it if I wasn't gonna sack it? I'm gonna sack one of the cats. Left himself with 2 mana. What does he have? Some kind of removal? Look at all the Can't Stay Aways. I drew 4 Can't Stay Away and 1 Greasefang. Mirrex? He definitely has something. Is he just thinking about whether or not he should attack? Because I... Oh, Misery Shadow. Put himself on 1 land. And that land's colorless on my turn, right? Yeah, the land is colorless now. What are you doing? Okay, well, I think he thought he has this. So, this is like 13 damage in the air. So he blocks 2. He still takes the 1. Isn't that lethal? Guess we'll find out. None of these are lifelink. I hope I did the math right. This is 13, right? 4, 4, 8 plus 5, 13. He blocks these 2. He takes the 1 from here. Surprise lethal! Your 1 land that's not colored. If he had a cut down, he would have still won. Now the rope. You all know someone who's salty because he did not play it right. I do that all the time. And I don't rope. Come on. Be a good sport. Either win or lose. This only pumps for +1/+1. It's not lifelink, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, our opponent is a salty fleshbanger. I don't know. Hey, this is what you get for playing mono black, right? Stop doing that. Let's just go back to standard if you want to do that. Monocolored decks in Explorer is just embarrassing. I mean, maybe you don't have the cards, but you can probably craft together a janky deck more than just play the same style in standard and Explorer. It's not gonna work. He crafted Thoughtseizes. I don't even have Thoughtseizes. I wish I had Thoughtseizes. Would have had me so many games. Alright, so finally won, and that brings our average up to 60%? 50? I didn't lost count on the numbers. Anyways, the deck itself is incredibly fun to play. It's strong, and it's out of nowhere just bursty, right? You saw Greasefang, we were gonna lose, and then Greasefang stick to the board, Parhelion hits for 13 damage in 1 turn, and boom, we won. So the deck is definitely awesome and fun to play. In Explorer and Pioneer, this is kind of my style. It's a combo deck. And I always thought Graveyard Synergy combos are kind of broken because unless your opponent specifically tech against Graveyard Hate or with Graveyard Hate, I don't know how they can fight it. Now, that being said though, you do need Thoughtseizes in the deck to make it full power. Otherwise, Duress, I don't know if that's that good. Even, especially in the ways I played today, I think maybe I will cut all Duress and just put 4 Divest. Even that situation's better. Maybe I have 22 lands. Who knows? But the deck, I would recommend. It's fun to play. If you have the cards, if you have Greasefang, all you need really is Parhelion. The Skysovereign never came out. You don't have to craft that mythic. And if you don't have Esika's Chariot, it might be okay. But I do recommend it because Esika's Chariot is cute. It's got cats. That's all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me. And I'll see you guys next time.